Hey sexy, thanks for coming back for another episode of Moisturizing with the Extraterrestrials. I'm your host Cazwell, and this week is actually a part 2 of Sherry Wilde's episode last week because I'm going to cover the 3 things that her alien friend said human beings need to get to their thick skulls before it's too late. But before I do, please like this video, most definitely subscribe, and please bang that bell so you'll be the first to know when I drop a new video. So I'm going to break down the 3 important things to know while using the Peach and Lily Super Reboot Resurfacing Mask. So I just have one thing to ask. Are you ready for
Moisturizing with the Extraterrestrials?
Hey, so first I want to say this is not the typical Moisturizing with the Extraterrestrials episode. If you are triggered by things that challenge your spiritual or religious beliefs, this may not be the episode for you, but if you can watch this with an open heart and an open mind, stick around because at the very least you'll find it very interesting. My original plan with the Sherry Wilde episode was I was going to break it into 3 parts. The first part revolving around her hypnosis session, in which Sherry discovered that she had been visited by aliens her entire life. The second part was revolving around her book, The Forgotten Promise, and also the 3 waves of volunteers. In the third part, I was going to talk about the 3 things that Da said human beings need to get through their thick skulls as soon as possible. However, by the time I finished with the Forgotten Promise section, I had already hit half an hour, so I decided not to record it. But after I posted about the 3 waves of volunteers on Instagram, I got such a reaction that I thought it was only best for me to continue a little bit more and tell people the 3 things that humans really need to know. I mean, it sounds pretty important, so I might as well give it a shot, right? I'm going to break down the 3 important things to know while I use the Peach and Lily Super Reboot Resurfacing Mask. It says to keep on for 5 to 20 minutes, so it should work out perfectly. Okay, so these 3 things are the things that Da was trying to instill in Sherry's head since she was a child. He says that it's really important to be aware of all 3 things, but if we can just get one of them, we'll be okay. So I'm going to start off with the most difficult to understand and then work my way to what is the most important. And this smells like baby oil. So the first important thing to know is
We are multidimensional beings living on more than one level simultaneously.
So I know right away you're probably like, what? And so this was a very difficult lesson for Sherry to learn. And when Da was trying to teach Sherry this lesson, even as a child, he did this by showing her what looked like a foot tall stack of onion paper. You know, that really, really, really thin paper. And then he took a sharp object that was like the shape of a pencil and he pushed it all the way through all of the paper. And he would say, you see this sharp object? What do I have that's like a sharp object? I mean, just can you imagine this is a pencil before he pushes it in? This is my straw. So pretend this is a sharp pencil and right here's the piece of paper. He would push this through the paper and he said, you see this right here? This is you. This is your essence. This is your life force. And all the different pieces of paper represented all the lives that she was living simultaneously in different dimensions. So what he was trying to convey to her was that right now we are all having experiences that would be considered parallel universes. And there are also other timelines in which our lives are playing out other scenarios other than the ones we are living right now. He said that it is our job at this particular juncture in humanity's development to bring up all aspects of ourselves and all those multidimensional selves into alignment. I know, sounds confusing. I'm a little confused too, but I'm doing the best I can. Sherry says that if we overanalyze the meaning, then we lose sight of its simplicity. It sounds really confusing, but it's actually not. See, dimensions, just like time, are both fluid and ultimately just an illusion. When Sherry Wilde is explaining this, she completely understands that it's kind of difficult to digest, but when you do, it actually gives us a significant clue of who we really are. So supposedly we can do this through meditation and raising our vibration and focusing on the emotion that represents the highest vibration, which is love. I think that when I get to the number 1 most important thing to know, this will actually make more sense, and it did for me. Now the number 2 most important thing to know is
Monitor your thoughts.
you might be thinking, yeah, duh. Heard about it before. I've seen Oprah Super Soul Sundays. I've read Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. This alien could have saved his gas money. He didn't have to come all the way here to tell me that. I already knew it. So let me get just a little deeper into it. What Da means by this is that everything that is happening in the world right now is a result of our thoughts. Every thought that every person has becomes an energy stream, and it brings about the life that we consider to be our reality. They explained to Sherry that the reason our planet is filled with pain, trauma, fear, disease, and disaster is because of one simple reason, and that is our fear-based thoughts. We believe our world is an unsafe place in which we can be harmed, so we project that. It becomes our reality and therefore reinforces the fearful thought and creates more fearful thoughts, and this is ultimately why the world is in the state that it's in. So monitor your thoughts. They're yours. You control them. And right now, my thoughts are telling me to rinse this off my face. While I do that, how about you enjoy a free psychic reading from Amanda Lepore?
I'm getting a message from beyond the spirit world. This one is for you, Cazwell. I know it burns when you pee. Go to the clinic and get those test results.
So the third thing to know, which is probably the most important, and if we can just learn this, it will all be smooth sailing, is very important. Pay very, very, very close attention to every word I'm about to say. It will change your life. Are you ready? Most important thing that you need to know is
Moisturize.
I had to. Let's get serious.
We are all one with the Creator.
This may also seem extremely basic to you, so let me explain. This is one of the most important lessons that the aliens started teaching Sherry at a very, very young age. Most of us are taught that God is completely separate from us, but according to Sherry, the truth is the exact opposite. And in the 50s, this was a completely radical idea. According to Sherry, we are extensions of our Creator, and every essence of us is shared with Him, or her, or them, whichever you prefer. The way that Da was trying to teach this to Sherry is that we are to God what a drop of water is to the ocean, and all living things are connected. Not just nature, not just pretty things, not just people we agree with, but every living being in the universe. Da told Sherry that this needs to be integrated through every human being, and this will happen through awareness. There is no difference between harming another person and harming yourself. We all share the same life force. But like I said in episode 3, ever since the atom bomb dropped in 1945, we have access to so much power that our potential could completely be destroyed. So treat yourself well, treat other people well, and when you see someone with hate and anger in their eyes, wish them well. And I wish you would all subscribe to my channel. Now, if you're like me, some parts of this are easier to digest than other parts, but I think there's a universal message that we can all take from this. Like I said, this is not the typical Moisturizing with the Extraterrestrials. I typically do an abduction story, but I felt it was really important to do a continuation of her story and make sure that her full message got out. I really want you to leave a message below and let me know what you thought about this. And I'm not just saying that because I want you to help my algorithm, but I really want to know if this struck a chord with you, because I'm not a particularly spiritual hippie type of person, but Sherry's story truly resonated with me. I'll tell you something, I have always been into alien abduction stories, but it wasn't until I heard Sherry Wilde's story on YouTube that I couldn't get enough of it, and I had to read the book and I had to hear everything she had to say, and I really don't know why, but I do feel like there's a reason I'm putting this out right now, and if you connect with it, I really want to know. And if you want to keep connected with me, please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to do a quick little review on this in about 5 seconds, but until we meet again, stay beautiful, baby. Hey, beautiful. Thanks for sticking around. So in episode 4 of Moisturizing with the Extraterrestrials, I used the Peach and Lily Super Reboot Resurfacing Mask to retexturize, soften, and glow. I did not know what to expect from this mask, but I was low-key expecting the worst just because of the alpha hydroxy acid and the beta hydroxy acid that is in this typically puts red blotches on my skin. So if I use some type of mask that has those ingredients, my skin will get red for about 3 to 6 hours. However, I did not experience that at all with this product. I have really sensitive skin. My skin gets red really easily, so I was pleasantly surprised. Also, this really pulled the junk out of my skin. I've used this product twice, and I paid really close attention to how my pores looked before and after, and it definitely made a significant difference. Definitely had my skin glowing, and without a doubt made my skin feel much, much softer. So yes, I would recommend this product, especially if you're looking for some type of resurfacing mask and you have sensitive skin. I do think, and I said this in my episode of Moisturizing with the Extraterrestrials, that something about this smells of baby oil. Now, it doesn't reek of baby oil, but as soon as I smelt it, that's exactly what it reminded me of. I don't know exactly what it is, but I've been around enough strippers to know what baby oil smells like, so I know there's something in this that's similar to baby oil. However, obviously the main ingredient for baby oil is mineral oil, and there's no mineral oil in this product. So don't let the smell of baby oil deter you from the positive effects that it will have on your skin. I say try it out. This is the first time I've ever used anything from Peach and Lily. Like I said, I was pleasantly surprised. So if you can recommend something to me, maybe something else for people with sensitive skin, I'd really like to know. Let me know what you think of this product down below, and please subscribe. Big kiss, baby.